Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to...
Does Europe do American snacks better than America?
Alright y'all, hello and welcome back to another taste test. This time, quick look at a unique angle here. These are all American chocolate products, right? But, surprisingly, we're going to see if there's any differences in the European versions of these American products. So, of course, these are American staples over here. Kit Kat,
Only three
Snickers
products?
bar, and of course, Oreos. American.
You gonna talk for 20 minutes about 3 products?
Mm-hmm.
God damn!
Favorite cookie,
I thought
right?
we gonna get like 10 products or
We
something.
have Oreos from Europe. I'm going to check which country in a second. But somewhere in Europe, we have a Snickers bar from Europe, and of course, a Nestle Kit Kat from Europe as well. These were all from the European store, where we get a lot of this stuff. And, you know, as you can see, there are just package differences, so you can tell that they're not from the same market.
Yes.
Now, a quick glance. I'm not going to break down everything, because at the end of the day, these are, you know, junk food, right? Yeah. None of them are going to be healthy. Right. None of them are going to be great. But a little bit shocking, somehow the European ones, from what I was able to see from rough translations and stuff, I mean, numbers don't lie, right? That's not hard to translate. These European counterparts, for all 3 of these, have less sugar than the American counterparts. They have more protein, like in the Snickers bar and the Kit Kat, and they have less sugar. And they also have usually 1 gram or 2 less fat, and then like 3 grams less saturated fat. You know what I mean? Wow. So like these are slightly better, right? Like better alternatives, at least numbers wise. Now, how will they taste? How will the, you know, just overall presentation consistency and
I wish he showed the labels, you know, so we could see what's going on there.
Texture of the product be? We'll just have to.
Because the math isn't really mathing. If he's saying, oh, 3 grams less fat, that's basically 27 calories less. So either the weight of the is different, or that's a lot of calories.
But I think, because I think it's the weight.
Yeah, I don't. The math isn't mathing a little bit, because he's saying less sugar, so less carbohydrate calories, less fat, less fast calories. So it's basically saying European versions have like 30-40 calories less than American. That's a lot of calories, you know, for such a small little items.
See, but I thought this would be pretty interesting, right? So yeah, we're just gonna go right into it. So I'm gonna save the Oreos for last, because I feel like that's my favorite out of all these. I'll do the Kit Kats first. So here's the difference in the packaging. I will say overall size is almost identical. The American one is 1.5 ounces or 42 grams, and the European version is 41.5 grams. Oh, okay. So
negligible. Wow,
almost identical. This is 0.5 grams less in the European one than the American one. But there's the packages, as you can see, slightly different, right? So,
I ain't gonna lie, European packaging looks more appealing. Like, if I was to pick one packaging, I would pick European packaging. What about you?
I don't know if the packaging is based on like you know, because packaging changes. It depends if it's like a season or something like that. So I don't know.
I get, but looking at this, which one would you pick?
I would think the one on the right is like this special flavor.
Yeah, it does give a little. That's why I would pick it probably, because it does give more like temporary item, or like new flavor. It does give that vibe. Yeah, but the one on the right, yeah.
Slightly different branding. Interesting how Nestle's not present on the American one, but it is on the European one. I don't know if that's.
I feel like Nestle is a big brand in Europe. Like, I know Nestle like as a brand. Here, I don't. Nestle is not Nestle. The only thing Nestle, I guess, here is Nesquik. Is like you associate with Nestle.
I associate like the chocolate milk products.
Yeah, but that's it, right? In Europe, like Nestle is like a big cereal brand. Like it's
milks.
The flavored milks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have those. At least in Lithuania, though we do have those, but different brand. We have local Lithuanian brand. But yeah, like I feel like just as a brand itself, it's probably for the branding, because Nestle is a big name.
Well, Hershey's is present on the American one, but I doubt Hershey's is present at all.
Oh, okay. So in America, it's Hershey's. I guess it's branded as Hershey's. So Hershey's is Nestle, I guess.
Is it?
I guess Hershey's own. That's why I've never really seen Nestle here. Oh, okay.
European ones. Okay. Interesting. So these might be a little bit different. And like I said, You can see a picture of that.
Yes,
I'll also
please.
show a picture on my
Can I
screen.
see it? Let me make it bigger. I do want to see it. Because the calories gotta come. Oh, he did say there's more protein. Oh, okay. So the calories gonna come from protein. Per. Fuck! I can't really see.
It's tiny.
It's too tiny. Protein 2.8. I see. Carbs 18.7.
The somewhat English translation, if that helps,
April
which is going to be rough. So don't expect it to be perfect. And of course, ingredients are going to be similar. Full of
the
chocolate.
expiration date is different too.
That's going to be from both.
This one has a longer expiration date.
But don't forget that one was imported, so shipping time and everything. Yeah. Covering.
All right.
The saturated fat or no?
Yeah. And then there's a full nutrition list on the American one.
On the protein, the other one had 1.8 protein. Maybe like a. I don't know.
It's a protein bar.
All right.
Whatever.
Yes.
So,
I don't know.
Let's get into it. Packaging is not a big deal. I do tend to compare them. I like both. It's like a red metallic on the Euro one, and it has that kind of canvas looking section, more trees planted. So that's cool. I'm surprised. I kind of like the American one better. It's kind of like a retro look, and it has the big bar. So I'm gonna give the American.
I agree. It does look retro. That's why I don't like it. To me, I like the more modern packaging. Yep.
Packaging and edge here. It's kind of cool. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so there's American Kit Kats. Oh, look at it. So we have the American Kit Kats, and you get 4 Kit Kats embedded into the chocolate.
This one's bigger.
You get different stuff going
If
on
I
in the European
was
one.
to bring my brother and I'm gonna share chocolate after I have 2 packages, I'm gonna give him the little one. I'm gonna take the big one for me.
The mold is different. Do you see it's molded differently?
So it's a different Kit Kat logo on there. And then what's it say? My break. Hashtag my break. That's kind of fun. So I got presentation of the chocolate itself.
So I think you're right. I think the packaging is temporary with the hashtags on it. I think that's what it is, yeah.
We'll give to Europe. It's a little more fun, I guess, right? Also, do we see color differences? Is American one?
Not just color, the mold is different.
I mean, it's very, very similar. Very similar. You can also see a size difference.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, European looks smaller. I don't know, obviously weighs the same, but visually it looks smaller.
Hold them directly lined up on the top.
Yeah.
The American one does, you see that? It's a little bigger, right? So I wonder if that's the size of the bars or if there's just more overflow, like there's more chocolate.
Oh.
And it adds up at the end there, right? Okay. So let's try
Wow,
the
they
American
weigh
one.
the same basically.
Oops.
Don't confuse the
I'm gonna
two.
rinse between bites. Okay, that's good. All right, now for the European one.
I need to investigate
All right.
this.
Yeah, I want to try this too.
Oh,
Maybe we should go to like a Russian store and get the...
Yeah, because I need to see something.
do our own video, because this is kind of interesting to see the like one-to-one comparison. This is kind of interesting.
it's different.
What?
How are these different? First of all, the wafer is pure white in the European one, and it's like an off-white in the American one.
Yeah.
I can't tell the chocolate thickness is different. It might be a little thicker on the American one.
Let's see. Thicker. Yeah, it is thicker.
It is thicker on the American one, right?
Yeah.
But the big thing is chocolate. Now, we've tried, like, Cadbury from the UK, 1,000,000%, like 10,000 times better. Cadbury from Australia as well, 10,000 times better than the junk here. Because Cadbury here is, of course, some weird licensing rebrand, and it's not the same thing.
Right.
Really? So now I need to try UK because I love Cadbury eggs. Oh.
I
So
think
ours-
I also feel like when I was little, the Cadbury eggs taste different than what I remember eating now.
Maybe.
Loses horribly.
Maybe there's something to it.
Now, this isn't quite that much of a difference. But they are different. The American one still has that, what American chocolate is kind of known for. It has a little bit of a waxy deal going on. I know it really bothers some people. It doesn't really bother me, but when you taste it versus something else, you start to notice it more.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't bother me so much as It does seem.
I kind of have an idea what he's talking about. It never bothered me though. I don't think it's a big deal, but I think I know what he's talking about. It just there's something about it, like I don't know. The vaccine is that he's talking. I understand what he's saying.
Oh, less authentic, right? Like it's just
explain to me.
I can't explain it. You kind of have to try it. I don't know. You've tried European chocolates, so it's just different. Like when you eat Kit Kat, it's. I feel like European chocolate is a little glossy. American's more like matte, and that vaccine has come like from the matte. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, off about it.
But it never bothered me. I never thought about it until he just mentioned it.
I can't tell the wafers apart. But the chocolate is 1,000,000% better on this one.
I would think so, because I think American would have to use Hershey's, especially if it's a Hershey's brand. Hershey's is not a good chocolate to begin with. In Europe, they're probably going to use European chocolate, so the chocolate would have to be better.
These Kit Kats, like I don't think of Kit Kats as like gourmet chocolate, and I don't think they are. But it tastes like better. Like the chocolate's like, ooh, it's kind of nice, like kind of fancy. On a European Kit Kat. Whereas an American one, this is good. Like it's a good snack. It tastes good.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It's not like, I don't know how to describe it. It's very cheap and like plasticky, right? Yeah, I can't believe it, but I gotta give the edge to the European one. Something about the chocolate tastes better, more rich, and I don't know if rich is the right word. It doesn't taste more sugary. This has less sugar in it. It just tastes more authentic. Just slightly. Very interesting. At least they're both melting. If they weren't melting, that'd be a concern, right? They're both melting big time. So, interesting. What do you think behind the camera?
I like that chocolate better.
Can you taste the difference too?
This one has a weird sweetness to it.
Yeah, it's a little bit slightly artificial. It's not bad. I'm not trying to rip on it like it's junk. It's just slightly more artificial, barely, and it's more waxy.
It's very waxy.
There's no waxiness here. It's like real chocolate.
All
right, next up we're gonna do the Snickers.
They eat it.
Deadpool,
What you think?
and Wolverine.
Okay.
They're not throwing it out for sure. It's not that much
The
food.
packaging are pretty much exactly the same. Just the American one, you have football time because it's football season right now. American football, and I will say they are different, just based on size though. I believe the American one is slightly bigger.
Yes.
Like I know there's air in these packages, but you can see,
Just check the weight.
So the American one's a little bigger. Again, you can look at the ingredients and stuff. I'm not gonna really compare those. They should be pretty similar. But of course, different cocoa sources and slightly different ingredients, I'm sure. And I know the European one does have less sugar as well.
The European one looked bigger to me.
I wish you just looked at the weight.
Okay. All right, so I'll try the American one. Actually, I'll get them both out and then look at them. All right. Oh wow! Look at, they're actually quite different.
Yeah.
All right, so we have Europe and we have the U.S.
Chocolate is
It's
pale.
darker.
Actually, I didn't even say
and
the Kit Kat weight is
paler.
from. I didn't even see that, did I?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, American is shinier a little bit. Looks shiny. European kind of pale.
Yeah, I'll be honest, guys. I don't even know where this is from. Same with Kit Kat, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, it says on the packaging, made in or packaged in.
Oh.
Hang on, it says like different languages, like European languages,
Oh.
but it doesn't.
What language is on the
All packaged, they have English on it. No matter where you buy it, they're going to
Huh.
have English. Especially American brand, it's definitely going to have English on it.
It says like
It
Cocoa
has like,
Store-
usually has like 4 or 5 languages in it.
first like CocoEurope.org or something, right? But it doesn't say like where in Europe. I don't know where these are from. Like most products say, I just can't seem to find it. It like this one, for example, is only English and then some Cyrillic language. So that's it. So for the Snickers, so somewhere in presumably Eastern Europe. I don't know.
This one says here, like, Recourse Alliance Certified Pineapple at raw.org, R-A.
Okay,
So I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Finnish. I think it's Finland. Has a Finnish. It's Northern Europe because I see Norwegian. I think. N-O DK, Denmark. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Northern Europe.
Oh, either.
Well, if you guys know, please let us know in the comments.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, as you can see, the European one is actually much smaller, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's wider. Doesn't it look like it's
So can you just check the weight?
And the American one's more narrow? Or not really?
I didn't know sneakers has this thing, the
Oh, no, maybe
stripes,
not.
the style on it. I didn't know that.
It always did, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, to notice the difference, you have to look at them. It always kind of has something on top. Even American does, you know, but it's just different pattern.
Just was an illusion. Okay. But the American one's is just bigger. Yeah. And as you can see the different chocolate drizzle patterns.
Yeah, I can see that.
And again, it looks like the American one is slightly darker as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Weird.
There's a look from that angle.
It looks bigger.
I think the European one, if you look at the side wall, looks taller than the American one.
I think the wafer inside might be bigger.
Yeah, I guess packed more in this one.
Yes.
So I'm anxious. Here we go.
So are they the same weight or no? Why is it so hard to check the weight?
Snicker can.
Wow, that is thick. I've always been a fan of Snickers here in America. Really thick, really hearty, you know.
Yeah.
Not something I at least probably once a year, but it's good. I think there's nothing wrong with it. It's really good. Wash this out. All right, now I'll try the this one. How's it look?
That looks. That is more chocolate on this one. This is more inside.
Yeah, this one looks more like almost like a Milky Way or something. That's interesting.
Yeah.
These are a lot different. How is Snickers so different?
Did you taste the difference? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember what Snickers tastes like.
I don't know, because you really like Snickers, but I would say you probably ate Snickers more here than there at this point.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know. Not really. Not.
This one's got a really interesting.
No,
Right.
for a test like this, you literally have to have, because they're not gonna taste too different. Like you
I
have
really
to
wanted to
pick
try
one
this.
after the other. Yeah, it would be interesting. You probably should do it.
This stuff, what is that, nougat or something? It's got the caramel, it's got the peanuts. You know, I get, chocolate is kind of like the least thing involved with Snickers because there's so much going on in the middle. But, you know, I'm going to lean towards, I'm sure the chocolate tastes slightly better on the European one, just based on other products. That doesn't really come into play super big here. This is going to be hard to pick. I do like the American Snickers. I also like this one because it's very different.
Looks like, at least based on the the bite that he took, American looks more nutty a little bit.
Yeah, you
In
see
my
the nuts.
opinion, this is very different than the
and
one.
I do like I like nuts a lot. I do like Snickers for the nuts. So if American is more nutty, then I'd probably put American.
I just tried from the U.S. It's got this like chalky texture.
Maybe he's not getting nuts.
There's some weird flavor in here that's really good. That's not in the American one. And I can't pinpoint it. Do you? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's a nougat. It's probably maybe different.
The nougat, I think the nougat here is the weak point in the American one.
It is. More caramel.
Overall, still a good product.
I like both.
The nougat is much more like whipped feeling, and I think that's what's setting this apart.
It is, yeah.
It's weird. This one's going to be a close one, but I guess because it's different, maybe it's just a different effect. I don't know.
They're both good.
There's some edge about this one. Just slightly, guys. I'm going to give it to this one, but I really do like the American one too.
Yeah.
Like the peanuts are good in here, everything. Why is this one just, it's like this, it's a more satisfying bite in this one.
I think.
And it's more full too.
It is. I think that one has less caramel. And that
Yes,
one has caramel.
good point. I think you're right. Caramel's oozing out of this one. And it's almost hard to find. I see almost all peanuts here with like just a little bit of
Oh,
caramel.
so does have peanuts?
That's perfect.
I think it's the mixture and how everything works. And I think it's that whipped stuff
I
that's
like
better.
that. I like
That's
that.
way better. Yeah, this wins because of that. Thank you for the help. That was a great, very interesting breakdown here between these two. This one has the edge slightly.
Slightly.
It's like more It's just put together better.
Yeah, it is.
Shockingly, right?
They're both good.
They're both good. Now, onto the final matchup, being Oreos. This one should be interesting. The first two, the Kit Kats and Snickers, were a lot different than I thought. Will Oreos be different? We'll just have to see. All right, so finally the Oreos. Here's the American packaging. This is like, you know, there's big bags of Oreos. This is like one you can find in any convenience store, you know, fuel station, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that would be the case here. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah.
But, you know,
nah, the European, I think that's just like a packaging, how they sell it. You know, no, this is not a convenience store packaging. This is how they would sell the cookie.
They're different. And this is, again, at the European store.
So let me look at this.
I'm trying to find out where these European Oreos are from. Again, I can't. Oh, I found it.
What?
Distributed by Mondelez, Romania.
Oh, Romania.
So these are probably from Romania then, I guess. Distributed by at least. Interesting. Again, the stats on these should be pretty similar. But I believe these were still less sugar than American ones, slightly. And I don't know. Otherwise, they should be pretty similar, but they might be different. But oh, these are made in Mexico. What the heck? They are. I knew that.
Okay.
Because Oreos used to be.
So right after the Trump tax, Oreo's gonna get more expensive too now? Hold up.
Made locally near us in Chicago, Illinois.
We thought it was
I think
only
it was 7
avocado.
years ago, maybe 6-7 years ago. They closed the Chicago plant down and they moved them to Mexico. So all of U.S. market Oreos are from Mexico. From Mexico, yeah.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah. That happened a few years ago.
Wow.
That's
Also, I think
interesting.
the American ones are under Nabisco. I don't know if that's the case in Europe,
I don't know.
right? Because I'm seeing Nabisco logos on this one. Anyway, all right. Let's get
No,
into
in
it.
Europe it was, well, he said Mondelez, so that's divided on Europe. I never heard of Nabisco in Europe, honestly. That brand is unknown.
Okay, so here's an American Oreo.
Okay.
You can show that while I open these.
I did something similar to this test.
These are pretty similar, aren't they? Here's a European Oreo.
Do you see any differences again?
Just don't mix them up.
Oh, is the American
Yeah.
one slightly bigger? Or is it an illusion?
And color.
Color, yeah.
So,
It is a little bigger.
it's like a teeny tiny.
Teeny tiny.
And the colors are a little different. That one's more dark.
Now the European one looks more dark, yeah. It is different. The American one is a little different.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay. Similar design though. Alright, ready? American one down the hatch.
And it's that.
Familiar taste. I've always loved Oreos, so this is really good. I'm gonna rinse.
Yeah.
Alright, and then we'll try this one.
Why are you open it up?
To see the filling, I guess.
Oh, yeah, you should open
I think these are gonna be good. So unlike the last two that were shockingly different, I think this is gonna be hard to tell. I think we can't tell the difference.
Okay, I'll let me.
I do want to get a second pin. I'm gonna let my wife try them both. Just a bite of both. See if you taste the difference.
Let's try the European first. Romanian.
Even the texture is similar.
Okay.
All right.
European. Tastes interesting.
The only interesting thing, it said distributed by Mondelez in Romania, not made in Romania. Maybe they made in the same place and just ship it over there, you know. Whereas the chocolate bars, maybe they're made in Europe. I don't know.
This one I can feel is bigger. Our American one,
Yeah.
it feels heavier.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a difference. It's hard to tell. Huh?
This one doesn't taste as sweet. The cream does not taste as sweet. The European one.
Okay.
This American one, the cream tastes a little more sweet, but that's my opinion. I could be wrong. They could be the
Okay.
same side recipe.
I can see that. I think they're
Like a nut.
I think they're like 99% the same.
Yeah, they both good.
They're both good. Yeah. I think the European one's just slightly smaller and lighter. Maybe that's about it. So those.
If European is less sweet, I'd pick European because Oreos are too sweet for me. I always try to take a little filling out. It's a little too much filling for me. I actually like Oreo thins for less filling.
Pretty underwhelming difference. Still interesting
What if you
nonetheless.
saw frosted Oreo?
Because it's white chocolate. It's not Rochelle. It's not filling. It's chocolate. It's different thing. You're not. You bring this every time. Yeah,
because you're like. I'm
not a
thin.
I'm not a fan of the filling. I like chocolate, but I don't like the filling. What's so hard to understand?
You like big Oreos on the low.
I would never eat thick Oreos. Never. I don't like the filling. The filling is too sweet.
But Snickers, big time difference in Kit Kat. I was kind of shocked by that. So, yeah, kind of a fun episode. Again, lots more coming. So,
alright, I guess that's it.
Okay, guys, so guys, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and as always, share as much kindness as possible.